Alright, so I've gotten a lot of questions about this, and I've been really delayed on getting an update to everybody. So let me just try to go through a lot of this. Here's the AC. So I've got, the front AC controls. You can hit the dual button. Somebody was playing with my AC, so let me go ahead and do that. Turn max AC on. You can go to the rear by hitting the rear button. You can turn that on and off. My rear AC personally, that's broken, so I ain't gonna fix that. It's $2,200 to fix that, and I don't got that kind of money, so that's gonna stay broken for a long time. But okay, get the back button to go. Whoops. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Anyways, so I've got my heated seats. I can turn that on and off. Just tap it. Where the first tap is max, second is medium, third is low, and the fourth tap is off. You can go into your setup here, and you can, I think it's Maestro, vehicle features, vehicle settings. Okay, well in the vehicle settings, you go to the factory camera, edit the door keypad code, ambient lighting. I don't have that, and there's no way to turn it on or off, but I have a bunch of colors I can pick from, if your car has that, which is kind of a neat feature. Maestro features. Yeah, there we go. Climate settings. And then you got to go to heated seats and enable that if you have heated seats. If you have air conditioned seats, you just tap that and turn it on. I don't, so it's off. Auto display. I don't know what that is, but it's on. So you have several different things here, right? So I don't want to validate PIDs while I'm driving because it's gonna ruin my car. But you can turn OBD2 communication on, disabled, enabled on demand, or auto disable. I don't need it, so I'm gonna leave it off. My fuel economy, global gauge units, which is just English and metric, so kilometers an hour or miles an hour. I almost hit the validate button. Woo, buddy, that would have been bad, huh? Select gauges. So all these settings I haven't shown you yet, but you can change the position of them. And you got track history. I think it's a 10 pages of tracks, 10 runs. So page 1 is 1 through 5, page 2 is 6 through 10. And yes, you do have a track mode on this particular radio anyways. So let me go ahead and get out here and show you that. Actually, before I do that, let's see if I can go through everything here. My park sensor, mine's broken, so somebody decided to play pretend police and hit my parking sensor box. Broke my whole back end of back there. My bumper's still on, but they broke the computer that controls the sensors. The climate, I think I already went over that. Yep, heated steering wheel. If you have that, you can turn the rear zone on or off. And now this is kind of weird, so the man with the arrow on him is how you change the output. I think I went over that on my last video. So let me go back to vehicle info, go to gauges. So now here's your standard, speedometers, the intake temperatures, fuel, load. That's the load on the engine. And then if you hit P1, it'll take you to track mode. We're going to ignore that because that needs to be reset, especially the braking. But actually, yeah, I got to reset that. You can Oh yeah, you can hit the normal button, the hold button. The hold button will hold everything. Actually, yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. I gotta fix that. I'll do that when I get parked up. You go to your vehicle information. It'll show you your sensor information for your wheels. If your check engine light is on, you get this little box, and that's because it's on. Your charge and the setup button is still the same, no matter what page you are on up here. This setup button is always going to be the same. Somebody was asking me about apps, right? So I've got Android Auto. I don't use CarPlay or anything like that, but your apps are really dependent on what your phone has. So it's all Bluetooth connection. So let me go to Android Auto. I'll turn that on. Actually, hold on. Yep, okay. So here's my apps. So whatever your phone allows you to have, you can do. When you're driving, the customize button and the game snacks is disabled. But I can use anything else. And because I was using Uber earlier, it's stuck on Uber, so I can put it on maps, make sure my address or anything like that's not showing up. Oh yeah, the wallpaper. How you customize the wallpaper? That's the wallpaper of your phone that it uses. So it's transferring the information from your phone on Bluetooth and Wi-Fi straight to your screen here. So let me go ahead and bring maps up real fast. Alright, so this is how you use that, right? So when you bring up maps, it'll bring up the full screen. If you don't want the full screen, hold on this one more second. Okay, anyways, so great. So you just hit this button here, which was, whoops. Okay, so you hit that button, not the microphone button. You hit this, then you hit that, and then you can go ahead and hit this button. It'll bring over your sidebar. You can also change that too, right? So that's kind of neat. I don't like it on this side, but you can change that. Go to the settings. Oh, it's not these settings. It's settings here in the actual menu here. So settings. This is kind of it's like a hidden feature. It's not really hidden, it's there, but you gotta look for it. See, there you go, I didn't even know that. Driver seat location, for some reason will tell you that. Change layout, I think that's how you do it. You gotta hit the change layout. Yeah, there you go, media closer to driver. So now when I go back, now the media is over here and the map is over there. I don't like that. That's kind of weird to me. You can have it however you want. But let me go ahead and change that before I forget. It drives me crazy. And don't mind the fact that, you know, I've been driving this whole time on the highway. I really don't have any other time to do this, so it is what it is. And then the little car, you can change the little car. I think you might have to do that on your phone. Let me tap it here. Yeah, you gotta change it on your phone. And then it'll show whatever on the screen there. I did have a little green truck that was bouncing through, boom, boom, boom. But now I got this little thing there. I think I did a quick rundown on everything. I know it's been I don't know, a year or two since I've even made a video about this at all in general. But, alright, that's right, that's another thing, that's what I didn't do. Okay, so you have your menu buttons here. You can go straight to the home screen from Android Auto by pressing this little button here next to the music icon. Go here. If you hit the music button, it'll take you to whatever you're listening to, which for me was that. My backup camera doesn't work, but if yours does, you hit the camera button and it'll turn the camera on. You can watch that while you're driving if you want to. I mean, I don't, hey, whatever floats your boat, man. And then hit the X button to get out of that. I unplugged my Roku device, but if I wanted to watch my Roku and watch YouTube while I was driving, or Netflix, or anything that you could do on Roku, I would just hit the HDMI button and then watch it on my screen here. You can go through a bunch of various different settings here. It's still on HDMI for some reason. Let me get it out of HDMI. Okay. Alright, so a lot of this is blacked out and grayed out until you turn the SQ base engine off, and then you can access everything else here. So I don't want to turn it off right now, but actually, you know what? There we go. Alright, so now that I did that, you can do, you know, your crossover. You can change that. Your EQ settings. They have a bunch of different preset ones. And I think somewhere around here you can do a custom one. Go any slower on a road that's 70 miles an hour, man. Come on, dude. You can do timing correction. I guess that would, you need like a microphone on your headrest or something like that. So if you wanted to focus all the music hitting just the driver at the same time, you know, you can set it up that way. Your fade balance, you know, basic, regular audio settings here. But since I don't have any of those fancy speakers, I don't really have a need to use that. So you can change the tone adjust, the bass, the treble here with those two buttons, which are grayed out since I'm using the bass engine again. I think I've touched on just about everything. I mean, a lot of the settings in here, though, is just, you have to dig through everything. If you hit the setup button, you know, you have the system setting, your function setting, the device settings. Let's see, function. Yeah, so you can go through and change everything here. Oh boy, that was close. Almost came off the road. I mean, I'm a good driver. I would never come off the road, which I didn't. So, you know, hey. Anyways, Let me get back onto the highway now that I took my exit. Alright, so yeah, anyways, you can go through and change anything on here. And you can hook a dash cam up to this so that your radio and your dash cam can record and show you what's on your screen. I don't have a dash camera. Well, I do, but it's not the Alpine brand one. So if I did, I could turn it on and then view it while I was driving, I guess. You know, because I don't have a massive windshield in front of me. Whatever. I don't know. I guess it's obviously not a necessity, but it is what it is. Go to the system. You can, you know, change your time, your language, the microphone, screen lighting, all that other stuff. There's update software and all that. But yeah, I think pretty much I went over everything. If you had Sirius XM, this would be lit up. I just apparently its tuner failed or is not compatible. That's fine, whatever. I have Sirius XM, but apparently it's not compatible with this radio since I have an old version of it. But yeah, that is what it is. I think I really did go over everything. If there's anything else you guys wanted to know, feel free to ask. Maybe I missed something. I don't know. If I did, I'm sure it'll be asked, and I'll have to go over it in the comments. But thanks for watching. Peace.